Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to HIMediaTV. I am your host, Evan from HIMediaTV, and today I want to talk about Marius, the Everdark Sovereign. So, I've done a review for the first three Everdark Sovereigns so far. First one being Gaping Jaw, then Sentient Pest, then Dark Drift Knight. Or Dark Drift Knight, then Sentient Pest. Now, out of the three, I feel like the Dark Drift Knight is the best, and it honestly holds up the most out of the three. The Gaping Jaw adds, it has the same issues as it does. It's in the normal fight, exasperated to very mobile to the point where you're constantly chasing it down. Sentient Pest is just a gank fight with more gank, and Dark Drift is a fair boss fight. Well, what about Marius? Which of these three does it fall under? Is it a well balanced, good fight like Dark Drift Knight? No, not in the slightest. Is it a annoying like gank fight like Sentient Pests? Also no, but it is gimmicky. What about uh Gaping Jaw? Does it just make the issues with the base game fight worse? Yes. It's kind of a combination of the two. The big issue when it comes to Everdark Sovereign Augur, it's the Yorm fight from Dark Souls 3. You beat the Augur in its first phase, which is really its second phase, but it's a kind of like it looks like it's in its second phase, but it's really mechanically like more like its first. And then phase 3, Maris turns into a giant version of itself, and it drops a weapon with an Ash of War called Storm Ruler. The throwback to Dark Soul, or to Demon Souls rather. And you use this Ash of War that does magic damage, and also is the only way to damage Marius. And when you hold it, you can do quick little slashes. If you hold it, your FP regenerates, so that is a nice extra benefit. And if you hold it for 5 seconds, you do a big old fuck off attack that does 5 times the amount of damage as like the normal attacks. So I obviously like not fantastic. That being said, I do want to say for the record that this fight is still worth doing. Why is it still worth doing? Well, because the first thing is once you beat it, you unlock the Everdark Sovereign relic from the collector signboard. This relic is a tank's dream. It is quite literally increase max health, continuous HP recovery, and increased health HP recovery for you and your allies at low HP. This is great for Guardian, and I would even argue even better for Raider. The second reason why is, the Marius base game fight is one of the most gorgeous and awe-inspiring fights in the game, and what they did with Marius with this phase 3 is even more so. I didn't think they could make this a more visually stunning and breathtaking fight. It is a fight that feels large and epic, even with the gimmickiness. You and your teammates she's firing, like bubble missiles from above and large laser blasts, and she's this large, imposing, huge being in the sky that takes up the entirety of it. The music is floaty and somber and wonderful. It is the skybox is gorgeous. Marius is gorgeous and blends in with it, but is so visually distinct that you can't help but stare. It is a beautiful example of the beauty that can come from video games in these worlds. But once you see it, And once you get the relic, there is absolutely no reason to ever do it again. Period. There is no reason to do this fight over again. It's terrible. It mechanically, if we take away all of the artistry, if we take away the beauty and the music and everything else that makes this fight amazing, except the gameplay is what matters. I will say that while I do think the artistry of video games is important, the main thing that is always important is it fun? And this fight is not fun. You are spamming an Ash of War. None of your other stats, character abilities, skills, build for the run, or any of the other relics that you might have gotten for a fine-tuned character matter. Even I, as a recluse, who can take in the magic damage spots from the Marius and put a constant dot on her, the dots don't do any damage. The only way you're able to do damage is the Ash of War, and that is a huge pigeonhole. It sucks. You end up stacking damage negation and maybe skill attack power if you're lucky. But it is unfortunately just not an enjoyable experience. And it's just so unfortunate because, by God, if this was like a more manageable experience and things like that, you're able to damage her in ways where she didn't just have to knock her out of the sky, but knocking her out of the sky would like allow you to do a crit, and that'd be so cool. I don't know. It's just fundamentally, at the end of the day, the Everdark Sovereign Augur fight, as gorgeous as it is, as visually stunning as it is, as cinematic as it is I would argue, the worst fight in Elden Ring Night Rain, bar none. And that makes me so deeply sad.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to talk to me outside of this video, outside of live streams, or just join the community and be a part of it, you can do so at HIMediaTV/Discord. Discord links there. We'd love to have you. And given the financial situation of the economy right now, I know this is a tall ask, but if you have the scratch to spare, please consider donating and becoming a supporter at HIMedia.gg/tip. All of our perks are serviced through our Discord channel, including early access videos, exclusive videos, and more. Your generosity is a blessing, and $1 a month is a boon to my mental health. Thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate you, and have a great day.